Hey yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. I hope everyone's having a good day. And in this video, we're talking about the new business that's going to be coming to GTA Online with the December DLC. Yes, don't forget, we have a DLC that's dropping in just a few days. And I want to talk to you guys about how I think the business is going to work. And more importantly, in the comments below, I want you guys to let me know how you think this new salvage business is going to work, all right? Let me know how you think we'll make money from the business, and let me know whether or not you agree with how I've broke this down and what I think about how we'll make money with the salvage business, all right? So let's go ahead and talk about what Rockstar has already told us in the Newswire. And there is a lot of information they gave us with just these two paragraphs right here. So let's go ahead and read this again. I'm going to break it down for you guys real quick, all right? So let's start at the top. Stealing season is coming soon. This winter's GTA Online update heads straight into the heart of the Los Santos street crime landscape, stealing, stripping, and selling the most in-demand vehicles. Take on these new action-packed robberies on behalf of a familiar face who has ventured west, illustrious Liberty City real estate developer Yusuf Amir. Yusuf still lusts after finer things in life, chief among them adding to his collection of luxury import vehicles by any means necessary. With the help of his cousin Jamal, you'll be charged with planning and executing intricate high-stakes robberies under the cover of Red's Auto Parts, a new, purchasable salvage yard where you'll call the shots. Sell the best of the best to Yusuf or salvage your boosted vehicles for parts. The choice and the cash is yours. So, just from these two paragraphs, what it leads me to believe is that we're getting sort of a hybrid or a blend of import export and the auto shop contracts. It looks like we're going to have a mini heist like missions, just like the auto shop contracts. And then we're going to have a passive and a hybrid element, which will be the semi legal front to the actual business, which is, called Red's Auto Parts, right? So that's going to be the purchasable actual location. We are stealing vehicles, much like import export. We're storing them. It sounds like we could possibly have collections as well. And then we will be charged with planning and executing intricate, high stakes robberies under the cover of Red's Auto Parts. So that's very reminiscent of kind of like an auto shop contract right there. So those are kind of like the two main elements. Up top, it says stealing, stripping, and selling. So it's a three-tiered type kind of process, which is much like the import-export, but just expanded a little bit, kind of like a import-export 2.0, right? And then at the bottom of the second paragraph, they talk about how you can sell the best of the best to Yusuf, which will be like the vehicles whole or maybe collections of vehicles that we're stealing, or salvage your boosted vehicles for parts. And that leads me to believe that there's going to be either a passive or maybe like a semi, like a hybrid passive element to that as well, where we're going to have to end up purchasing equipment and staff to strip your vehicles or prep them. And then they, just like the auto shop, could deliver the vehicles, just like we have with the customer vehicles that we modify and then sell or deliver. So the staff could deliver them for a lower price, or we could, actually send them out. So yes, I do think that not only will we have to purchase Red's Auto, there's also going to be staff and equipment upgrades that could possibly go along with that to help facilitate this whole process. So really, it looks like there's kind of like three different elements of making money with the business, because we're mixing import export and auto shop. So you have the two active elements, which would be the stealing and the selling of the cars. And then you have the high stakes robberies, which would be similar to the auto shop contracts. And then we even have similar contacts like the auto shop contracts. You had Sasanta and KDJ, and then now we have Yusuf and Jamal. And then I'm also curious to find out how the tow truck, if you remember from the Newswire, the tow truck is parked outside of Red's Auto. So hopefully we'll be able to use the tow truck to help source the vehicles, and that could be part of the equipment upgrades as well. Now, if we have equipment and staff that you have to purchase, there's probably going to be, we already have an idea that there's going to be some missions involved, whether or not these missions are standalone or they're just directly related to the actual salvage the Reds auto parts directly. But those missions could open up trade prices for the staff and equipment, much like the Acid Lab, where we had to do the last dose missions to unlock, trade prices for certain, elements to help increase the acid production of your Acid Lab and to basically just get it going. So that's a possibility as well, which I don't mind that. Most of us will probably just go ahead and purchase it regardless, but it still is nice to be able to save, hundreds of thousands of dollars with some trade prices in there. So that could be an element as well. Then with the payouts, I fully expect the payouts to be pretty much in line with the auto shop contracts. You finish up one of these, high stakes robberies, and you could, depending on whether or not these are solo or with friends, I'm going to assume that you'll be able to have the option of doing them both solo and with friends. Probably more money with friends, a little bit more difficult as well. But they'll probably pay out between 150 to 350 for these particular high stake robberies. And then if you're selling your vehicles or you're scrapping them, let's think about between 60 to $150,000 probably tops on that element right there. So you have an opportunity of making some serious cash with this business, and it can be a lot of fun. The auto shop contracts are, I mean, you can make a tremendous amount of money with them. Yeah, you have to kind of put up with Sasanta and KDJ's, dialogue. We robbers. No, I'm the robber. You're just sitting there on my phone and my Bluetooth and my messing with me while I'm doing these. But that's okay. No big deal. I think that there could be, as long as they have a solo element to this, there could be an opportunity to make some good money. And then it'll give us that GTA, element. We crave just a regular Grand Theft Auto type kind of crime, and this could be that. So, just to recap and summarize, I feel like this is going to be a hybrid of import export and auto shops. It looks like there could be three different elements or three different, avenues to take for making an earning profit with this business, being the robberies, and then the other side being the stealing and selling of the vehicles, or then stripping them and chopping them up and selling the parts. That could be your passive or hybrid or like a combo of both right there. So those will be those three elements of income. And then, yes, I do think that there'll be either equipment or staff that you'll have to purchase to help facilitate this. So for the cost of it, I believe that Red's Auto will probably be around $1.5 to $2 million in that range. And then the equipment upgrades will probably be another $1 million, just depending on, I think in that range on average. So you can get the business set up for, I'd say, should be around 3 million. That's typically what Rockstar has done in the past with DLCs. Between 3 and 5 million will get you, set up with the, the meat and potatoes of the actual DLC, right? So, and then I believe, like I said, probably an average payout of around 200,000. I think that it will vary between, around on the low end for some of selling your scraps and things like that, like around 60,000 all the way up to around like 350. Think of like the Union Depository, right? And maybe we get some more of these missions added on a little bit later. So it'll be fun to see some familiar faces. It'll be fun to expand on, just that regular gritty GTA crime that we love to have in Grand Theft Auto. And then we'll have some decent payout with it as well. There also could be, I would assume there's going to be a wall safe in there. Why? It seems like there would be, but we don't know yet. But I would like to see a wall safe in there as well. Some more truly passive income, and then some missions to help build that up as well. So there you guys have it. Those are my predictions. That's what I see for this business. Let me know in the comments. Do you agree? Where do you differ with this prediction? And tell me what you think and how this business is going to run. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel with the notifications turned all the way on so you don't miss out any future content. All right. Smash that like button, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Yeah.